Welcome to Contacts Plus. This is episode 2. If you're just joining us for the first time, then this show is done by people who have been on the show prior. Will then introduce their friends to us and get them on the show. Episode 1, we had Nexalon business lawyer and Canadian Git. So we have a whole set of new guests. Actually, we're probably booked out for the next 2 weeks on them alone. So welcome to Contacts Plus. We have a couple good guests here today. All 3 are good guests. I could say couple, but you know, one guest over there right now waiting to be thrown in. This show is about Alan is breathing in his mic, who is going to be our first guest today. He's very impatient, I guess, breathing in his mic. So, welcome to the show. Let's actually just introduce our first guest right away. Alan Corvid, come on stage.
Howdy, howdy.
Welcome to Contacts Plus. You can sit down on the couch, or through the couch. Let's see. Hopefully that fits right. All right. So, welcome to Contacts Plus. Let's start off very, very easy. Who are you?
I'm Alan. I just tend to be, I'm a mentor trainee. I like helping out new users. Because it's always nice to see Neos with a fresh perspective.
Yeah, I always see you in the mentors, in the new user sessions, which I've noticed. I've been in a couple of those, and some of them turn super chaotic really quickly.
Well, it's nice to have... There's always new users who don't know the limits of Neos, and they always like to push the limits to see what they can do.
There's that, and then you've got the other users, that join in that just kind of scare the new users. I've definitely seen that.
They also like the new perspective of a new user, be like, hey, check this system out or check this out. It's like, well, right now the Metaverse Training Center, you're supposed to keep distractions down to a minimum to make sure the new user understands the systems.
Yeah. I think I was introducing a friend recently, and 6 people joined in on them, and just started shooting guns, throwing things around. Memes started piling. They weren't even done the tutorial yet. I've actually seen that twice now.
Yeah, it's just most people should probably save those until they actually join a session, because when it comes to Neos, you have a lot more freedom with it, and with a lot more freedom comes a higher learning curve.
Yeah, no, don't just be shooting our new users. How are we gonna get new people if we keep killing them all with guns?
Yes, and also when you have a new user, you don't know what their tolerances are. They probably might also be new to VR, which means they probably don't have their VR legs yet. So if you shoot a user with a knockback gun and send them to floating point, they probably might be getting motion sick.
You have a new user just puking all over the ground. Or it might trigger a seizure, which would be terrible to see on right in front of you, basically in person. So yeah, anyone that does that, chill with new users. Definitely coming from a mentor trainee. Take it easy. They're babies. Give them leg. Let them get their legs in for Neos. And let's say what do you do for a profession in real life, if you're willing to say?
Oh, I'm a fire sprinkler inspector. I also test backflow preventers.
Oh, so you actually deal with those the sprinklers overhead that are full of that crappy water.
Oh yes, the
great smelling water that comes out. And people with vapes. I think some of them people with vapes can trigger, and with the certain systems, or is it just heat, like the wax ones?
So when it comes to it, the vapes tend to trigger only they're called photoelectric smoke detectors. They a blocking light causes them to trigger, but sprinkler systems require heat. There is a special glass bulb in them that pop at a certain temperature.
To go pop, and
it kind of looks like one of those old school mercury thermometers.
Yep.
Except there's a special little bubble in it that determines what temperature it goes off at. They're also color coded. Red is 155 degrees.
And then it pops, and then
it releases a little seat that allows the water to come out. So it's not like in the movies where somebody pulls a fire alarm, the water starts
and go boom. Yeah. Are they resettable? That's a good question. Or do they just sprinkle water until someone turns off the main?
they sprinkle until somebody turns off the main. And sprinkle is such a nice word for it.
It's more a fire hose, if I recall correctly.
It's depending on the system, like ESFRs, they can tend to put out around, let's say, 1,000 gallons a minute if you have a decent enough fire.
You just flood a studio.
Yeah, there's actually times where there have been at hotels, they have those signs on it say, "Do not hang stuff off this. This is a fire sprinkler. Do not put hangers here." Well, we had one guest of the hotel. I won't name the hotel. The guest threw the towel over his back to dry his back. Well, it caught on something. Well, instead of looking around to see what it caught on, he just pulled straight down, causing the head to go off. So I gave him another shower in that MIC water. MIC stands for microbe-induced corrosion. It's basically a microbe lives in that pipe. It eats in that pipe. It breeds in that pipe, and it dies in that pipe. So it's like just like a cesspool of not the best smelling stuff.
It's death water. It's just bad smelling death water.
So the head starts going off, flooding the place. He doesn't say anything. He goes down to the first floor. I made a mess in my room. It's like, okay. It's like the fire sprinkler is going. Oh, okay. And then the alarms go off because there's a water flow switch.
Yeah.
The water flow switch has a 45, 60-second delay on it to make sure, just random water surges doesn't set it off.
Mm-hmm.
So they go to shut it off. Well, the handle is locked because, you can't tamper with a life safety device.
Yeah.
The problem is you get new managers for these places, and they leave them the keys just somewhere out of the blue because I'll never have to touch it until a situation occurs. So this went on for 2 hours while they went to locate me instead of just breaking it. Mind you, this was on the third floor, so water is now going from the third to the second to the first, just absolutely flooding the place.
So basically, just made a river.
Yes,
Stairwells became rivers, and
there was also another incident at I don't want to name the facility, but it's a place that manufactures the AstroTurf for like football fields and whatnot. They had a forklift operator trying to move a roll of carpet off the top rack. He caught on what he thought was a light. No, this is a 6-inch water main for fire protection. They have 2 pumps on site. One that is 1,500 gallons a minute, and the other 750. They had an electric pump and a diesel pump. So this man gets so much water in the facility and on his forklift that they can't actually move it for us to do the repair because he shorted out the control board on an electric forklift because of how much water it got onto him.
That sucks. Fire suppression systems can be kind of scary. Those things, as you said, like in hotel rooms, and if you go and swing wildly when you're drunk at a convention or something.
Yes, and there's also, we've had issues at colleges where people try to play like wall ball or, what's it called where you play soccer in just the hallways?
I don't know. I'm too old, I think, for that. I
can't remember.
Chaos. Sounds like chaos.
We've also had another incident where they were playing the, what's the stick game with the nets? Where they were using basically, it's like a really hard rubber ball. Lacrosse. Thank you.
Yeah.
And he slung that as hard as he could and broke a head.
Sounds retarded.
Many people don't understand the power some of these systems have.
Yeah, well, first of all, water is powerful. People underestimate the power of water in general. They go, "Oh, it's a puddle."
Water in motion is very scary because if you think about it, each gallon weighs 8 pounds, and you try to shut off a valve instantly. Now you have thousands of gallons just with nowhere to go.
Water hammering.
So we've had issues with like firefighters who are greenhorns who think, "Oh, I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to open this hydrant really fast and close it really fast." It's like you go to an old house and you shut the sink off really fast. You hear the whole house rattle.
Yeah, the pipes
like
shaking.
That.
Yeah.
Now imagine that with an 8-inch fire main. You can't do that.
No, I'd probably either break the valve or break the main.
That or there is a special type of valve called a dry pipe valve. what it does is it keeps air in the pipe and water out of it until a head goes off and releases the air pressure. Then there's a special clapper that separates the air from the water, opens that clapper, and lets the water in. Those are based off a pressure differential. Now, when you have a 300 psi spike in pressure, that dry pipe valve cannot hold against that water pressure, letting the water pressure in and tripping the system. Which, when that system trips, there is a high pressure sensor that goes, "Oh, hey, I'm over a certain number of psi. Call the fire department."
Then you get the fire department on scene, and all hell breaks
It's
loose.
like,
And
why did this happen? It's like there is a car dealership that's at the end of a main, and they always, every time they see a fire truck, it's, "Yep, our system's going to trip today." And it's like, "Hey, your system is tripped again. Why is this happening?" It's because of you.
You guys are water hammering our pipes. All right, so we are at about time for first guest, just about. So if you give us a quick break, we're gonna get our next guest set up, and we'll have a second guest coming in. So hold on to your horses, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Context Plus. We have our second guest coming up now. It is Sharkmare.
Hi.
Welcome to Context Plus. Wait, gonna give you a shake there. Welcome to Context Plus. Welcome. All right. You may have a seat. Get comfortable, get ready there. So, let's start the same way we did last time. Who are you?
I'm Sharkmare.
Good short. Good and short. Clap. Yay! Okay, what does Sharkmare do?
Well, I do a lot of different things. I am a mentor trainer. I work on the meta movie as the current live project, lead developer. I'm an IT tech. I do IT support. I do a lot of different things. Yeah.
So basically, you are going to be training Alan to not scare newbies.
Scare newbies.
Possibly. Could be someone else, but yes.
Could
we
be.
Can work on the owl face, yeah.
The owl face? Yeah, the owl face
It's
might
just
be
my
scary.
face. No.
That might be scary. You might need to put on a mask.
Yeah, it'll be
Maybe
like one of those, comedy masks.
Just a stick. Just hold up a stick with a friendly headset on it.
I need the Clippy avatar. It's like, it seems like you're trying to learn Neos.
Yes.
Would you like some help with that?
You need to have Clippy on a. I think it's best to have Clippy on a stick. Just hold it out just like this and be like, "Hey."
What if we put Clippy on a clip?
No.
Why not?
No. All right. So you also you do IT like support. You said.
Yes, I do IT administration, IT support. Yes.
Is it level 1 or the one where you deal with the worst of the worst types of turn it off, turn it on again?
We don't really have like that kind of complete like separation, but it's basically I'm the single point of contact in what I do, and also do like more than just that. It depends on like really what someone's calling about.
What about like I frequent the Tales from Tech Support subreddit. Are there any similar stories that you might have from doing tech support that's just like why?
I have some funny stories that have happened over the years, from stuff like someone literally just asking me what their operating system is, to one that is very common that you hear a lot. You hear this one a lot, which is it plugged in? And every single time you hear that story about just asking if it's plugged in, you think, no, that's a joke, right? No one would ever forget about that PCs need power. However, in my very first time of like working as IT support, like one of the first calls I've ever actually had was literally just someone forgetting to plug in their PC. It was literally just unplugged.
My favorite is are you sure the PC is plugged in? Hold on, I need to get a flashlight. I'm currently without power at my house.
I think I've heard that one. Or is your PC plugged in? But it was said it was wireless.
Yeah. Or the best part is, so when you work in IT, what you quickly learn is that people do not understand what that means, because sometimes we get funny calls as someone calling because their desk is broken, because, well, their computer is on their desk, so obviously that's an IT issue. Or, for example, building lights are broken, isn't turning on. Clearly an IT issue because it has to do with electricity, right?
Clearly.
No, we do not. We do not employ carpenters, and we also, sadly, do not employ house technicians. Sadly.
Sadly. Yeah, so like IT, every time I hear IT is just like, I think of the worst customers that just you deal with on a daily basis, or like sending passwords through email, or like asking dumb stuff. Like, all right, so I'm an automotive mechanic as my real job. Before working for bosses, I'm like also the IT department of every mechanic shop I've ever worked for, because I'm technically savvy and no one else in my field really is. One boss I had had his password for everything on a post-it note on his computer, including his banking, the shop's accounts. He's had the alarm system for the whole building. He had it on a post-it note near the alarm. Just
Of
the
course.
I mean, why not?
Convenient.
His password was so simple that it could be beaten by a dictionary attack. Sharks just lowering their head. If anyone doesn't know what a dictionary attack is, basically a dictionary attack on IT is basically just a list of words that they just combine, and if your password is like two normal words, it can beat it in like a fraction of a second. Like, if you have just words, a dictionary attack can just beat your password. Never set it to just regular words out of a dictionary or combinations of words out of a dictionary. A computer
So
can beat it.
what you're saying is I4 Gore is not a good password.
No, neither
Password
is Hunter 2.
123.
I'll be right back.
Well, Mattern resets his password. So really, and then do you deal with networking on yours, or are you just like normal, like technical?
Not really. It's more computers, like general computer stuff,
Like
software,
hardware,
server stuff.
and servers. Yeah.
We don't really deal with networking much. There's like an entire different yeah, we take calls about networking, but we don't fix those. Those go to the networking team. Like there's a specific team just for networking.
Like a dedicated telecom team.
Yes.
Networking is very, very complicated. It gets, and Newt agrees. Yes, networking is complicated. We did learn during setup of one of our shows and trying to get this working. Never remove your NAT. Never disable NAT. Just don't do it. Anyone who knows what NAT is will also agree. Never delete NAT. Anyhow, let's see. We still have time. So, things to ask is, you have a favorite item in Neos? You're around Neos a lot. I see you around Neos a lot. Any item that you would like to have show a favorite of, like things that are crazy, or we should go for both of you. Just an item that you would bring out that's like, oh, I love this thing. Either something cool or funny or meme.
Within the bounds of morality.
Yeah, within Twitch Twitch guidelines.
For me, it had to be the Avali puppets,
Oh, those are adorable. Yeah.
They are very adorable.
especially the Beat Saber one.
I don't think I've seen the Beat Saber Avali puppet.
You haven't
Really?
seen the Neo puppet?
I have seen the Fruxius puppet.
My favorite Avali puppet I forget the name of it. It just goes basically, no.
The one I know is the Fruxius puppet that goes essentially Neos. Just it's essentially it's Neos.
It's those puppets are there's something else.
Oh yeah, like
I
we
think
got
that
those. What?
They describe Neos perfectly to anybody who's new. It's like, what's Neos? And you pull out one of the puppets and you say, here,
the whole desk of puppets.
Take the puppet.
Essentially.
Essentially, it's just Neos. It's just making something retarded is Neos.
Anything from Eucalypt's folder, just like the red print and whatnot, is so handy.
Oh yeah, I use red print like every time. In fact, I used it today. Yay! Red print. Anyone's learning logics, red print is definitely something that you want to use. Definitely use red print. I've not sponsored by red print. Red print, please sponsor me. Come on, just send me some money. That'd be great.
Let me send some KFC.
Send me KFC, please. I'll give me not the chicken. I have enough of that. Give me the currency of KFC. That would be. I want to be a KFC billionaire.
Cromer.
All right. So I guess we're gonna be cutting this one to our next guest. So give us a couple more minutes while we get our next guest up. And yeah, we'll be right back. Welcome back. We have our next guest coming here. It is going to be the wonderful Dr. Frank. Come here, Dr. Frank, sliding in on a chair.
Nice to meet you. Oh, my bad.
Hi. Oh, look at that. That was a good one. Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet
you too.
We do have a couch. You don't need to be on your own plastic chair.
All right, fine.
Let's
see how it is.
Yeah. I mean, isn't a couch more comfortable than plastic?
I don't know. It's a nice chair. What can I say?
It looks like a nice dollar store chair.
Yeah. I paid all of nothing for it. Don't ask where I got it. That's not relevant. We don't need to talk about that.
It was acquired.
Yes.
Yes, acquired. You acquired a chair from the garden section of your local Walmart.
Of course.
Anyway, I got to ask immediately right out of the gate. Are you a doctor? Or are
That
you
is
more
a
like Dr.
very
Pepper?
Good question. I'd love to answer that, but for the same reason I can't tell you where I got this chair, I can't tell you where I got my doctorate. It's pretty cool. It's definitely a real doctorate that I actually have.
A real doctorate.
Just don't look for it.
Don't look for your dissertation or any papers you've maybe written. Just don't look.
And
Yeah, just
potentially
real
did not pay less than $10 to acquire it.
Yeah, of course.
It was from one of those online colleges that you just you type in a couple things and you
Something
get your
like
degree. Okay, so you're Dr. Pepper. Got it.
Awesome.
Who like to use a text editor.
Yes, you get a scanned degree and you just kind of
It's just Sharpie.
just rub it out.
Fill in the blank. My coloring project went beautifully this week. I am now a doctor.
So if you're Dr. Pepper, let's see what do you do in the reel? We've got their reels. What do you do if you're at liberty to say?
Yeah, see, that's a good question. As far as employment, so anyways, as far as hobbies go, I do a little bit of everything. A little bit of tinkering, a little bit of,
As
Were
far
you
as
promoted to customer?
something like that. I've gotten several promotions. On the customer. Very cool. Big fan.
It's of employment.
I'm really high up in the customer skill tree. Actually, I've been really grinding.
Is it a null? Is it a null field for the employment?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's that. Oh no, the doctor's unemployed. So anyone, if they, I don't know what type of doctorate he has. If it's a medical or bullshitting. If you need a doctor, we have Frank right here, willing to be employed.
Very
with
safe.
some sort of demon arm.
Don't worry about that.
Are you possessed?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm just on a lot of
possesses it.
caffeine. There's not much of a difference. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, caffeine does definitely possess you a little bit. I'm getting kind of concerned. There's demons coming out. A fake doctor, no, a real fake doctor.
Real fake.
You have
really fake.
You have a floating head as well.
Oh, this Maurice.
It's his name, Maurice.
Yeah, it's Maurice.
Just
Let me
Maurice.
look.
Oh,
Milady.
I'm gonna have to guess. Where did that come from? Do you get it from like a tomb somewhere? Do you raid a tomb?
The same place he got his doctorate.
Yeah, or did it come with the doctorate?
Animal shelter?
Yes. That's where I got him.
You got it from him in an animal shelter. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he was playing around with the dogs and cats, and I was like, oh, I want that one. Here he is.
You said I want that one, and they probably were confused about what you were pointing at, because probably no one else saw it but you.
Well, I mean, you can see it, so.
I am a crux, after all.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I see beyond your reality.
I mean,
What am I
can't see
then?
shit, so that works too. Hold on, let
You
me.
can't.
Yeah, there we go. Much
Now
better.
you can't see shit. Now I'm just a blur. I mean, that's a good way to get over stage
Colors.
fright.
Yeah.
But oh, I'm colors. Oh boy, I am color. Oh no, I'm red.
This is so sad.
Isn't it?
This
Well,
is
not-
so sad. Play
Isn't it?
Despacito.
Oh boy. All right. So I have to. So now, you were talking about hobbies. What about interests, hobbies? Because I was too focused on your lack of employment to hear anything else.
I do a little bit of everything. Metalworking, woodworking, electronics, cooking, hiking.
You work with your hands a lot
yeah,
more than
just about everything.
than writing or stupid stuff. You actually physically work on
I
things.
suppose I do a decent amount of computer work as well, although you could argue it's sort of physical because it's all logics work in Neos. Kind of have to use your hands to do that, so it's
Metaphysical.
sort of hands-on. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, Logix is kind of is like physical work because you're playing around with the nodes and you move it around and then you make spaghetti. It's both cooking. It's both cooking and scripting.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That
love
explains
spaghetti.
why I do it so much. Multiple hobbies.
And then you could be like Newt over there and eat the Logix when you're done with it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you get hungry
Woo!
sometimes. You know how it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. So woodworking stuff like that. I'm trying to think. Other than stuff, the doctor. Have you made anything cool like with the woodwork? You look like your eyes look like you're very angry at me all of a sudden.
I'm a little tapped out, a little tired.
Tired.
how it
You need
is.
more. You need more coffee.
Yeah, clearly I need more caffeine. I don't have enough yet. Have I made anything
Original
cool?
Formula 4 loco.
I have a. I never quite finished it, but I can tell you the plan because it is the most cursed thing that I could have possibly dreamed up. So my thought was, I want to make an e-bike, but I don't have any money. So I tried to cobble one together with what I had. I never got around to getting a battery for it, so I never knew for sure if it would work. But I may have used an angle grinder as the motor for an e-bike, and it may have interfaced with the wheel with a metal pipe that I welded some nubs on so it would grip the tire. And technically speaking, I think it would have worked, but I never got a battery for it because that costs money.
So what you're saying is you need money for a battery.
No, I actually don't have the project anymore. I took it apart before it had a chance to kill me, but
Dang it.
I mean, that's the best thing when you start creating things that kill you. If you look at something as you're welding it together, and you wonder to yourself, either this will go swimmingly, or I'm going to die.
Yes. Those are the two options. There's only two.
Yes. That's the way I work on everything. If it explodes, then I made a mistake. If
I
it,
usually do that with my Logix work too. It also applies.
I've done that already. I was working on something, trying to figure out for and while loops, and I definitely might have caused a overflow a few times, and the whole server crash.
That's an
Needs your
understatement.
RAM.
I think I did that multiple times, over
Which
and
are
over
fun.
and
Don't you
over.
think so?
I still have
I'm sure
not.
that's never happened to you.
I still have not quite figured out exactly how those how to limit the amount of impulses. I've tried a few different variables or 2 different nodes to limit the for while impulses, but then it's just goes off the rail and the server turns into 0.0003 frames a second.
That's pretty good. Frames per hour. That's always a fun measurement.
Yeah, frame per hour. It's great.
Hamburgers per freedom.
Talking about hamburgers, we're gonna have to ask, as this was a suggestion, favorite restaurants. Everyone on the couch, as it was a suggestion.
It's a good restaurant.
There is a place by my house called Taco House.
Pizza.
They serve burritos that are the size of small child's. It is amazing. Everything's under $10. Well, the meal is under $10 if you don't get a drink, but it's actually, I believe, like $1 cheaper if you take it to go.
Nice.
Yeah, the burritos are amazing.
Actually, something
Totally.
less than $10 in this day and age.
Yeah, I know.
Everything is like $20 more. Or it's terrible.
And a scoop of white queso comes free with it every meal.
I live too far
Nice.
north to have anything like that.
I live in Georgia.
Yeah, you're in the land where you do have that kind of food. Up here, we have nothing.
Yeah, 2 miles from a Buc-ee's.
You better at
No
least
clue
have
what
cheese.
that is.
Very important.
It's a mega gas station rest stop that everybody. It's like I live next to it, so everybody's like, "Hey, can you bring me beaver nuggets, please, please?"
That sounds terrible.
They're actually like it's like the consistency of Cheetos, but like kettle corn flavored. They are amazing.
I'm curious. Next time in the South, I might have to try.
Can DoorDash such a lovely device? I desire, please. No, come on.
Hmm.
Oh, basically, what you're telling me, it's like Sheets gas station, in the north.
Oh no, it's
or is it
it's not.
worse?
It's bigger. They
Bigger
have
than
200.
Sheets.
They have 250 gas pumps.
That's
250.
quite a bit.
I think the floor plan is over
More than
10,000 square
5.
feet.
Jesus Christ.
It is basically like just a tiny mall.
Yeah, that's way bigger than Sheets. I went to college in Pennsylvania, and I've had Sheets gas station, and like, if I go anywhere in that area, I need Sheets gas station now. It's just Sheets is one of my favorite places to stop in Pennsylvania. If you ever go to Anthrocon, you're going to be close to a Sheets gas station. Go there. It's just one place in the north, at least, to go. Which it's called Sheets, which is terrible, because the first time I saw a Sheets, I said, "Oh, must give you the sheets." Made fun of it
I mean-
constantly.
You never know. It is gas station food. It depends how often the workers, decide to change out the food.
It was back when I was in college, which is a long time ago at this point. It was electronic, like no. Yeah. Holy, I had to interact. We're back. Good. Okay, good. That
I
technical
think
difficulty.
that's actually one that's smaller than one I have because my gas station has 2 rows of gas pumps. It is huge.
Let's see. We can grab that. So we were talking about the gas station. Let's grab this and let's move it in front of me. This is huge. Hold on. Let me just try to get it in shot here
Don't
for you
tell.
all. I can't see anything anymore, but it's on my desk. Let's see. Move it. Oh God, I'm
Looks
framing
better,
out.
looks better than the regular.
What's going on? Oh, okay.
There you go.
There. It's in
Yeah,
shot.
it is an absolutely massive gas station, and their sliced turkey barbecue sandwiches are unmatched.
If I ever see a gas station that I can see from space when I'm in South, I'm gonna go and stop there.
Just look for the giant illuminated beaver sign. You'll see it. They have billboards that say next Bucky's 250 miles.
Wow, I've been to Georgia. I've been in the South, and don't recall ever seeing this.
Exit 310, I-75.
It's probably
Is-
because I
is
haven't been
like
on
it-
I-75.
Does this sound like the Sahara for Bucky's here? Like, next water source, 45 miles.
Pretty much, and they have a pretty good jerky selection. It is a bit pricey, but you can't beat their gas prices. They're like 30 to 40 cents cheaper than anywhere around. The problem is you spend $20 on beaver nuggets, so kind of like cancels out.
We're not
You could probably put those in your car. I mean, depends how much oil they have in them, right? Like, just throw them in the gas tank. I'm sure it'll work.
Yeah, it'll dissolve.
Add a bit of water to be sure.
Yeah. Add some water. Oh, add some sugar.
I mean, that's
sugar
what-
is
that's
sugar
what-
and
it's like-
water.
It's like basically like a kettle
Some
corn, so
baking
you
soda.
are.
Yeah, it's like a dessert for your car,
Yeah.
That's why I was dying.
Makes your exhaust smell like butterscotch.
Yeah.
Why? Last episode we talked about food. This episode we're talking about food. Are we gonna be food focused?
We might.
Just
Welcome to
food.
Foods
Well-
Plus.
Well,
Just
yeah,
context plus kitchen.
context plus. We have a cooking segment. Yeah.
How fast can this be a thing?
Not this episode, but we can set up a cooking
Dang it.
segment.
Soon.
What about eggs?
Unless we cook Mandarin.
Eggs are quite good.
Now, if you are feeling lazy, Kroger does have a it's like an egg drop soup, like spice packet. You just put it to boiling water. You slowly drizzle in an egg. Just throw in a couple of ramen blocks. You'll be fine. It's so damn good.
Talking of
So
ramen,
I love instant ramen. I love eating food, and then 15 minutes later, wow, I sure am hungry again.
that is instant ramen. Have you ever had con ramen?
I have not.
Con ramen is you can't cook the ramen, but you bring ramen to your convention. You just eat the ramen like cereal.
Oh
There's a
gosh.
special place.
Do you just
There's
do you
a
just
special place.
So what
do you just eat the block of ramen like a Pop Tart?
I have
They
done
do.
that.
You.
Why? So what you
Why would
do
you do
is
How'd you do this
what
to
you do
yourself?
is you take your ramen and you crack just the top of it open, and you take your seasoning packet, open the seasoning packet, put it in, close it, break it up
Oh
into
my
like small
gosh.
chunks, shake it, pull it open, and just eat it with like a spoon, like a plastic spoon, or just
Just-
pour it in your mouth. It's
There's gotta be
actually
better
pretty
options,
good.
man.
At least add an egg.
No,
Yeah.
it's just straight dry ramen.
I'm
Do
so
you
sorry.
I think one of the like presets of eating that is you have to play Everybody Hurts while eating it.
Oh, by chance, do you also like gravel?
myself today.
Convention to the place where you have the worst diet of all. It's either pizza,
Hey.
I'm telling you, go
Pizza's
to
pretty good.
Walmart, get you a can of beef stew.
Three-
it's like $2, and you get like
Three-day-old
all the
pizza.
major vegetables and whatnot.
Are you okay?
But
How much
pizza's
pizza have you had in
great.
your life?
Okay, as similar to Shark Mare,
10 good
my favorite food is
success.
pizza.
Pizza is pretty good.
Pizza
It
is
is
good
the
at any
singular
point.
best thing.
Have you
In
Yeah,
ever made pizza?
college,
Have you made
Let's
pizza?
let's cause a discussion firestorm. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I hate you. Go
It
away. You're
depends.
off my
I
show
don't.
now.
I don't eat pineapple on pizza.
Good. You're allowed to stay. If anyone agrees to pineapple on pizza, leave.
Egg.
What if you agree circumstantially?
You're gonna lose a writer that way.
Do I leave circumstantially?
Sometimes have pineapple on pizza. No, that's no pineapple. The way to murder an Italian is to put pineapple on pizza in front of them.
I mean, I think it's good if you don't
No,
make the pizza
A
like a
good
normal
measure is
pizza.
you break spaghetti.
Yes, never break spaghetti either. You must.
No, that's illegal.
You gotta
Yes.
eat your spaghetti after you stick it through a food processor, and it's just like little bits, little crumbs of spaghetti, and you call it spaghetti still. That's how you kill an Italian.
What if,
One
what if
thing
you
I coming
just
from my house
doctor.
probably is gnocchi.
what if you just make spaghetti, get a pizza, make a calzone, and then just put the spaghetti in the calzone?
I mean, that might actually
If you use the same
Tastes
sauce for
not
both, that might be
bad.
good.
because I have made macaroni and cheese pizza.
That's
that
really good.
tastes really fucking good.
At that
Like
point, wouldn't that be like spaghetti pot pie?
kinda.
I mean, pizza's a pie.
Wait, what defines the
Hmm.
pizza? At what point is it
What
no
defines a
longer a
pie?
pizza?
I guess
When does it
dough
turn
on
from a
bottom
pizza
and
into a
sauce and
literal
cheese.
pie?
But it doesn't. There's white pizzas that don't have sauce, like certain sauces or any sauce.
Mhm.
That's still
But
pizza.
that's for cowards.
Well, they're broken.
Maybe if
Okay,
it's
but
served,
what if it's a white
maybe if
pizza
it's
with
where you can
double,
like eat it
quadruple
with your
cheese?
hand.
Just more cheese. Just throw more cheese on it. It'll be fine.
But then
Yeah,
the
just
cheese
add more
becomes the
cheese, true.
sauce.
But
It's
you
technically
also-
just
add more
sauce.
cheese.
also
Still
don't-
add more cheese.
You also don't need cheese in a pizza.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but cheese
You
is
don't.
good though. Yeah, but cheese
Sicilian.
is
for
really.
me.
Listen, I need you to understand. I'm from Wisconsin. If you don't eat cheese, I'm going to punch you. I'm sorry. I don't want to do it. It's a law. You have to. It is required.
I
I
eat
will be
cheese.
kicked
Cheese
out
is
of the state.
awesome. But a Sicilian pizza does not have cheese traditionally.
See,
I'm gonna cry.
you may not need cheese for it to be.
For a second, pineapple is okay because the Swedish also do banana and curry on pizza.
We don't talk about the
That
Swedish.
scares me a little bit.
Go back over there.
Were we trying not to be racist?
There was a time where I was in the Republic of Georgia for Operation Noble Partner. There was a lady at this it's like a gas station plaza kind of thing across the way from the military base. She really only did like 3 words: meat, cheese. Oh, not 3 words, 2 words: meat, cheese, or meat, cheese. For like 10, I think it was
That's
like
4.
That's not 4. That's still 2 words. Meat, cheese. That's 2 words.
Or
But
meat cheese.
It's like this. It's kind of like a pizza, but like the ingredients are mixed into the dough and like just flattened out.
Oh,
And
interesting.
she used like 3 different types of meats and goat cheese. It was like, and it cost like $2 because the currency conversion was like 2.54. It was amazing, and like I'd just give her the flat 10 because it's just not worth that much to me. But she's like, oh, madloba. It's just so good, so good. I wish I could have like somehow like sponsor her come to the U.S. because I need food like that. That and doner kebab, guys. There's like an absolute lack of here in the U.S. Like that was my comfort food overseas.
Like, and there's like, that's also talking more about food, is like other countries have like their own delicacies, and then like just going anywhere other than your home country, you just see either really good foods or, oh my god, why are you eating this?
No, yeah, but like one of the options for like on base, I was also in Kosovo, was the South Carolina special at the doner kebab. They take a plate of French fries, put doner kebab chicken on it, then like white sauce and then barbecue sauce. It was
That
amazing.
actually sounds good.
It is, oh my god! After like a long day of like you're soaked, it's a negative 10 degrees outside, and you're doing engine washes for like on medevac birds. It's just like I need a plate of like the South Carolina special.
We're
It's
gonna make
I'm done.
we're gonna
I
make
need it.
anyone. You're tracking. You're just
Tracking's
doing a
pretty
pelvic
funny.
thrust.
It's pretty funny tracking.
Yeah.
Thank you, CBR.
We're gonna
Always appreciate it.
we're gonna make anyone watching this hungry.
Oh gosh,
fine.
yes.
Just
If they're
go make
gonna-
food,
If
go
I
buy food.
hadn't have eaten literally prior to this, I would be really hungry right now, and I'd
I
be
have-
spending money as we
Same.
speak.
I have wood-fired pizza sitting in the
Buy
fridge right
something.
now.
Eat, consume.
I just made cranberry
Consume.
muffins. They were really good.
Muffins?
Yeah,
You're tra-
cranberry.
Egg muffin.
Now this is probably a southern thing, but like corn muffins, you like crush up corn muffins, you put them in a cup, and you pour milk on top of them.
I never.
It is so good.
That
it is
sounds
I've never
really
tried
southern.
it, but I see where you're going with it.
Yeah,
It's-
it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it better if it's stale corn muffins? I would imagine it might be.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
It's not like
Here's
a
a
bread
question.
pudding.
Okay.
Donuts or muffins?
Donuts.
I'd go with donuts.
Donuts.
I like donuts more, but you can also eat more muffins because they're probably not quite as bad for you.
All right. Donuts or muffins? I prefer to eat donuts. Certain, like, they're just good, but they're very sugary and they don't fill me up as much. I can eat a shitload of donuts and not feel full, but like a decent sized muffin, like if I want food that's going to fill me, a
Blueberry muffins.
muffin will fill me. And I'm a weirdo that I can't eat blueberry.
That's
Cranberry's
not
good.
weird.
I'm not biased.
Like, I tried the blueberry muffin, like, as I'm growing up and being an adult. I'm like, oh, let me just try blueberries again. I literally, like, dry heave with eating blueberries. Don't know why.
What about banana nut?
Only cooked or like fresh blueberries too.
Just anything like that. Just the texture, flavors. Like, for some reason, I just go, "Ugh."
For
Weird. I
me,
don't
it's
even
like
think they
lettuce.
tasted
It's
that
almost like
strong.
I go into like anaphylactic shock. I cannot eat leafy greens.
I just don't
I can
eat
eat
greens.
broccoli just fine, but I cannot do leafy greens.
Can you do
I-
leafy greens cooked into something?
No.
Okay.
That are onions. Like as soon as like I get the crunch of an
Aw.
onion, I'm like, I'm done.
Oh, onions are one I
Caramelized
can
onions.
have. My girlfriend hates onions, right? And so I have gotten like a full onion and just held it in the air in front of her and taken a bite out of the onion in front of her.
What the heck?
That's,
Onion.
Do you like
that's
caramelized
a
onions for
relationship.
Halloween?
I do like sautéed
I'm
onions
going
in
to.
like pizza sauces. If I make my own pizza, I might put like sautéed
Yeah.
onions and garlic and stuff inside the
Yeah.
pizza sauce.
Oh,
I
yeah.
might also throw hot sauce in the pizza sauce.
Oh, I need to make
Tabasco?
pizza now.
Not Tabasco.
One thing
Like-
I've always wanted to try is like I forget what he called them, like pepperoni bombs. It's where you take like the Pillsbury pepperoni dough, you cut it into strips, you put pepperonis on it, then you wrap it around a mozzarella stick and bake it that way.
It might
I've
actually be
seen
good
those.
too.
Do they explode?
I don't think so.
Damn it.
As
You
for
could
hot
modify
sauce and
them.
pizza,
You
hot
could.
sauce and pizza, Tabasco, no. However, you can do like Blair's Jersey Death sauce or similar, mixed in a very light amount into a pizza sauce. Light, because Jersey Death is 1,000,000 Scoville.
Listen,
So
when a sauce has the name, when it has the word death in it, I think, maybe I won't try that. That's
Time to
usually
put
my
that
thought
into my
process.
body.
Do I want to hurt myself today? No.
hot sauces. Any of you do challenge sauces, like the ones that are super, super, super hot? No.
I
I've
like
done
tasting
I guess
things.
I'm just a masochist.
I
I
really like
did-
tasting things personally.
Have you done the one chip challenge?
I,
What is-
I have. Oh, what is it? I
It's
haven't
like
done the one.
It's the one that you cannot sell to minors, I think.
I have gone to a
What?
barbecue shack. Back where I grew up, there was a barbecue shack that had a challenge wing, and it says their hottest hot sauce says you must sign a waiver before we give you this wing.
Yeah, because it
So-
causes like stomach ulcers.
So I ordered it because I'm an idiot. And I decided that it can't be that bad. I've been to plenty of barbecue places and like I've had their hottest hot sauces, and the worst I've ever had was a slight face twitch, like from some, but they're very light. I got these and I didn't realize how hot they were, and I took one bite out of the wing and I was like, nope, I am putting that down. That's going to hurt. It didn't hurt then. I knew it was going to hurt.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've had milk outside of being a kid. Like,
Oh, that's
I,
not good.
What?
I had milk to stop the heat because it was
so
too
you
hot.
do,
I tapped
you do
out.
drink milk otherwise.
No, not really.
Oh,
Hot chocolate.
okay.
Sometimes,
Very well.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
You can stay there then.
but
All right.
like it was. I did ask the waitress like, what the hell Scoville are these wings? Because I was dying and I can have 1 to 2 million Scoville and be fine. And like, oh yeah, they're 6 million.
That's like military grade pepper spray levels.
Pepper spray is 2.5 million or 3 million, I think. It's
No,
hotter
that's
than
a-
pepper
What,
spray.
you ever just take the
military
pepper spray and
grade.
just fucking
I was like,
spray it in your
yeah.
mouth? Apparently.
And apparently, what the cooks do is if you order those wings, they do not go light on you. They just take like a bunch of it and just attack it.
Just let
So-
it marinate.
Oh yes. If you've ever had that type of spice, 6 million Scoville will take skin off you.
Great.
When you have to handle peppers with like welding gloves, I am not going to eat that.
Yeah, the hottest natural pepper is 1 million. The hottest and genetically engineered pepper was what 2.2, 2.3 or more million.
I can't remember what the Carolina Reaper is, but it's hot.
Carolina Reaper is like 2.2, 2.3.
I think Carolina Reaper or one of the others is really high, but I'm coming in for the wing discussion. One of the bars nearby here would not do a lot of really hot stuff, so my dad would do bring your own bottle stuff of bringing the best hot sauces. Started getting the guy to know, oh, he likes really hot stuff, so he started pulling in random things from all across the world. But one of the best things that I loved from that, the cook was named Jason. He would make what we call bar rag wings. He would gather all the excess from everybody's wing orders through the day of wing night and just throw it all together as one sauce.
Oh
and
my
mix a bunch of
God.
wings as it.
Jungle
Ugh.
juice wings?
No, do not drink it. Jungle juice.
Oh, that
There
sounds
was
so
some-
insanitary.
So
You don't know
it's-
where that's been.
It causes
In the
some of the
jungle.
best flavors that you can never get again. One of them
That was-
changed
that-
the taste of blue cheese to blueberry. It was the weirdest
That
thing.
feels like that would open your third eye and pepper spray it.
No, it's I live in an area where it's like a bunch of Dutch people that can't
really
handle
good, actually.
ketchup
That's
is
really good.
spicy, so you get like some spice, but not a whole lot of bad. So you get like between honey hot, garlic, and like sweet teriyakis just mixed together, plus a couple of the weird hot sauces that every once in a while he'll just mix in. Like it makes really cool wings though.
Yeah. Talking about hot sauces too. If you have a hot sauce that needs to be heated to be a liquid, that is hot sauce. That is
Yeah.
very hot sauce.
Where you have to tap the bottle like a bottle of ketchup to get it out. That's like, oh, I'm gonna regret this later.
You got
Counterpoint,
those.
sriracha.
Yeah, you got those type of hot sauces, but if it needs to be heated to not be crystallized,
Ooh.
capsaicin needs to be heated to like 140 degrees to turn it back to a liquid. So if your hot sauce is literally crystallized within the bottle, it is at least 5 million Scoville.
Jeez.
Again, I like spicy food where I can have the spice enhance the food and
Not
still taste
kill you?
the food, and also not literally take my skin off or kill me. I like when that doesn't happen.
all right.
Personally, but I understand.
The 6 million
Stomach ulcers
Scoville
are a no-go.
The 6
Yeah,
million
no.
Scoville. There's another story with the 6 million Scoville. That same
Ugh.
place. First of all, you can taste it. It tastes really fucking good. The thing with the heat is it doesn't come on immediately, so it tastes really good. And if you don't know spice, it will just build, and you'll have way too much of it, and you will immediately die. So my real life father, I had these wings in the fridge. He decided that he was going to take one of my wings just to have, late night snack.
Oops.
Rest in peace.
I was up in my room on
seems
my
deserved.
computer because this was when I lived with my parents, right? So I was up in my room on my computer, and then I just hear up the stairs, "What the hell are those wings?" Apparently, my dad had an entire 2 wings before he finally caught the spice. And he spent the whole night puking, having spins, and just generally a bad time.
It's just the bathroom sounded like an oxyacetylene torch.
Yeah, he's breathing fire out both ends. It was terrible. So spice is terrible for you, but I love it. I guess I'm a masochist.
I mean, you are in Neos VR, so I mean,
Well,
probably kind of a given.
I mean, spice is literally not a flavor. It's literally just pain.
it's
Yo,
literally
I
a
love
poison.
Suffering.
Yeah.
It's just
Nice.
poison.
Now,
Nice.
if you're a real masochist, you'll get the the menthol and the not capsaicin, the basically like the minty gum stuff plus spice, because hot ow and cold ow are 2 different sensations that can
Yes.
stack.
Yo, stacking debuffs, nice.
Yeah. So another thing with my dumbass dad, he apparently brushed his teeth once. It was icy hot.
Oh,
What?
I had a guy in basic training go, "Hey, can I borrow some foot powder?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." I got the menthol foot powder because ruck marches suck. He didn't tell me where he was going to put it.
Oh no!
So I see this guy come out
oh,
dancing
no.
the Cotton Eye Joe, just like, "Oh God, it's menthol!" And then he's like, "Oh, I tried putting water on it to wash it off. It's the worst."
Oh,
God damn it.
oh no! Things that happen in the military should stay in the military.
Oh, it's some of
Um,
the best experiences of my life, but also the worst.
So I have
Higher
a bunch
highs,
of
lower lows.
I have a bunch of friends that were are veterans. And one of them, is a Marine, and he was talking about at one point they were doing naked toga jousting with shopping carts in the base. Why?
Marine, muscles are required. Intelligence not essential.
Yes, the Marines I know are very unique people. I guess unique is the only way to describe them. I think it's part
What
of
do
their
you
training.
call a Marine with an IQ of 80?
Overqualified.
A general.
Oh, man. And then between the military branches, there's always some animosity between all of them,
man,
I guess.
it's like brothers and sisters. We're always infighting, but when somebody outside tries to insult us, oh no, we band together. It's like no.
No, that's our
Only,
word.
only we can. Only we can pick on them.
Oh boy. Well, we are actually well into our couch segment. Why don't we have a topic that's maybe not food? Maybe we got a card over there. Maybe
he
Egg?
only has food related
if
topics.
it's
Any questions from
only
chat?
food related cards, we are going to die hungry people. We're going to die all on. Oh, there's
The glitch cam.
the glitch cam, the fern cam.
No thoughts, head empty, brain scrambled egg.
I mean, it's Doge.
Egg.
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 Egg. Egg.
Egg backwards.
This gets kind of funny
Yeah.
because it was randomly selected, but it's food question.
Okay, what do we got here? Okay, I got it. All right. I said not food. Okay. What
Random
would
selection.
what would be the most absurd last meal a prisoner could request?
Oh gosh, dang it!
Egg.
Most absurd.
God damn it!
Egg.
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 I saw
I
this
want a
one guy.
single egg.
I saw this one guy completely covered in face tattoos. I'm pretty sure this is a meme, but he requested the entire Holy Bible
To eat?
to eat.
He's hungry.
Yeah, no, dude's covered in fucking pentagrams and pentacles. Like,
It's the
looks
people
most
you least
terrifying.
expect.
Yeah,
They just
he's
want-
like, I
hungry.
want
Can you
eat
blame the
a
guy?
Holy
Got fiber.
Bible as like the last thing I do, and it was the most
There's
death metal
actually
thing I
there's
could
actually a
think
guy who's like got his last meal. They stopped doing this because of him. He's like, I want like 10 hamburgers. I want like 8 wings from so and so. I need like tilapia. So the chef like meticulously prepared all of this, and he goes, "Wait, I'm dying. Nah, I'm not gonna eat it. Screw you." So they
Frank.
like did like 20 pounds of
Just-
food for this guy who just like, nah.
Rolled the crap out of them.
That was a pretty good prank, though.
It's
Oh
like,
crap!
it's like, ha 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 ha, I gotcha.
One of-
What was
one of
that?
the
What was
funny
that guy's last
pranks-
first name? I forget. I think his name was Alan French.
one of-
Sounds
one of
familiar.
the-
But he
one
goes,
of the
"So, do you
funny
have any last words?" He
pranks-
goes, "How's this for a news line? French fries."
I remember that guy.
Because he
Did
rode
that
the
guy-
lightning.
In the
Yeah.
He
electric
wrote the-
chair.
Yeah, he rode the
But-
lightning.
Good.
There's a absurd joke of like, if you have the death sentence and you're given your last meal, get a peanut butter sandwich if you have a peanut allergy, and take away their chance to kill you.
Just go to anaphylactic shock.
That ruined their fucking
That was
KD
good.
ratio. Hell
Wait,
yeah.
that brings up a question. Would they revive you to kill you?
I think so
don't
because that is.
know.
I think so because they have to do it in a humane way. It
So
can't
they
be
would-
a cruel or
You gotta fuck up
unusual
their paperwork.
punishment.
Yeah, they're gonna have to fill out paperwork. They're gonna have to fill out
Wait.
paperwork that they revive you just to kill you 10
And
minutes later.
Another thing
Yeah.
is they have to use sterile needles to kill you.
Yeah, just sneeze on it
Why?
first. Just sneeze on it first. It's fine. They
Yeah,
can't kill you
like-
then.
yeah. So like, sterile needles doesn't make sense. Reviving you if you're going into shock just to kill you wouldn't make any sense. But
Well,
it
it's
is
a-
Firing squad, do they
it's the
sterilize the
punish-
bullets?
the heat will.
Fair.
Well, there's also a misconception that if you survive the electric chair, that you're free to go.
No.
Florida's Sparky has like had a an undefeated winning streak. If you survive the first one, they just keep flipping that light switch till you pass.
Like that's got to be terrible. I've been electrocuted, and it's not fun. I would
Yeah,
say
just ride the
electrocution
lightning.
is a low point of my life.
I
Full-on
would rather go
electrocution.
through the electric chair than chemical because there have been times where they forget to do like the one that puts you to sleep, so you just feel a heart attack until you die.
I thought
Sounds
the chemical. I thought chemical was more like a. Why are we talking about death? Well, I thought the chemical.
It's supposed to
I
be
mean,
food.
it goes hand in hand with food.
You know,
mean-
good point, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't
Crack
have
like
food,
an
then you
egg.
die.
We need this like tangent like treat out like how they do sentences back in like middle school. It's like where did we get here from
How
there?
did we? How did we
I
get?
love
Oh,
tangential conversations. They're my favorite.
yeah.
Egg.
And we all just
Egg.
end it with help,
Help us, please.
help.
God,
Ooh,
hey,
I have a last meal. Your Honor, I will take all of the evidence that incriminates me, please. Thank you.
all of the. You can't kill me now. I will.
It's impossible.
There's no
more
evidence.
I was hungry.
May I have a get out of jail free card?
Your Honor, I am hungry for a get out
I
of
will
jail
take
free card.
one presidential pardon, please.
you must give me a signed presidential pardon for my meal.
But
Oh, we
as
got
a
a writer
power
coming back
move-
on stage.
But as a
Take a
power move,
request.
still eat it.
For the
Yeah, of course.
request of the that it puts me up instead. For the request like that, there's one of the most famous jesters actually had requested something like that. A king had asked him what he wants before he's killed, because he's at least high enough in the king's court that he can request such a thing.
Oh yeah, the
And
court
it's like,
mandated silly guy.
would you like to die? And the jester thinks for a little bit, and he's like, I choose to die of old age.
Oh, I
And the
remember this
king-
jester.
The, king
The
is
reason
like,
why he was going to be
"All
put
right,
to death
fair."
was he slapped the king on the rear and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Your Highness. I mistook you for the queen."
But the king then was like, I have to honor this request. So you've gone from a death sentence to you are exiled, and you get this shack and this little bit of land, and you are not allowed to interfere with the kingdom anymore. You're just exiled. Live out the rest of your life with no contact.
I love the idea of court jesters. It's like, this is my emotional support silly guy.
Yeah,
How
We
would
need
that
to bring
work in,
court
like,
jesters back.
There
how does
was
that
a
work in an actual court nowadays?
You have to be funny though. Like, what if you have an off day, you just get put to death?
Well, not
There
every
was a-
bit can be.
There
you
was
know,
a
banger.
guy who was awarded I think 50 acres or more. Like, it was a huge plot of land because every year he had to do his act. It was a whistle. He would do like a tumble and a fart. He was a court flatulist.
I want that on my resume.
Why should we hire you? Well, I'm a court flatulist.
But
I was a court flatulist for the king.
yeah, with court jesters, they weren't only supposed to be the funny guy, they were also the only person in the king's court that can ridicule anything that the king says without any interference.
Yes,
So they got to be devil's advocate. They got to be the let's talk about everything dumb and what you just said type of guy.
The
They got
Japanese
to
equivalent
be-
of the rude American. In some
They-
companies, they have one guy designated
do.
as the rude
They
American
do. There
to
is
contradict
the,
the
rude American.
boss.
It was the one person in the kingdom that had free speech.
That's the thing. It's called jester's privilege. If you violated jester's privilege by hurting the jester, because jester's privilege is you cannot hurt the jester for what he says because his words are meaningless. If you violate jester's privilege, you have to be put in a barrel, then rolled down a hill.
Nice.
A free barrel ride.
That sounds fun.
Man,
I'll
I
now
want to get
get
a
off the
barrel.
stage because I know that I have a horrible mic for this.
We need subtitles in the edit for glitch.
See, that helps because
He's
I'm
the one
editor,
editing.
so I'll know what I said.
He just holds
Yeah,
up cue
perfect.
cards.
Glitch in his
Text-to-speech.
pillow. Oh, that glitch now has cheese.
We
Jeez.
finally did it.
Nice.
Cheese.
Cheese is now the new egg.
No,
Cheese.
both.
That's
How
just
do you
an
feel about
omelet at
Egg
that point.
cheese?
Both.
We're slowly building an omelet.
Both.
Yes.
Waffle House cheese eggs are unmatched. Waffle House is just redneck hibachi.
We're back.
Like,
We're back to food.
I know. I'm sorry.
I think you're just hungry.
Glitch,
Well,
save
are you
us.
hungry? Have you
No.
eaten?
That's
I
what
have
the
eaten.
topic
I
is
had
supposed
Panda
to be.
Express.
The topic is still food because it's
Pick your
last
topic.
meals. All right,
Give us a
man.
topic.
Change it from food. We're going to get hungry. My dog is right here in front of me. Diesel, you can go lay down. I'm doing a show.
Yeah, because they can see that definitely behind the table there. You're just rubbing something behind the table.
Oh, dog
That's-
butt.
that's
Oh, it's my dog's butt. Oh, dog butt. Okay. Diesel, go lay down.
Just one room.
Oh God, what am I reading? Okay, it's going to be
A lot of text.
I know, I'm doing this on purpose. Let's see. I know. Anyway. You can see my nose. What's something that you haven't seen in VR yet that you would love to see? If you feel you've seen everything, what would you say is the rarest thing you want to see more of?
This is a scary topic.
Mark Zuckerberg.
You want more as Mark.
I
I want Mark in here right now.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
That would be
That would
But
great.
then he's
very
just gonna
funny.
start stealing stuff from Neos, but he's gonna recreate it in like a terrible, incomprehensibly awful way.
It
That
won't
is
have
not
legs,
at
that's
all
for
bad.
sure.
I don't think he would be able to do that.
No, fair.
Not
I mean, they
not
can't
like
do
not like
legs.
legally, but like
I mean,
I
you
mean
can't
no,
even do
they're
legs,
actually doing
so-
it. They're actually doing legs.
Well, they faked what they did so far, so you know.
I mean
Yeah,
that's
that was-
true.
that
That
was
is true. That is
mocap.
just CGI, but
Paper mache legs.
This
I
is
mean,
what
that's
it
a-
could be someday.
this is
They're
what it
pulling.
could
They're
be,
pulling
yes.
the Elon Musk of faking what they have.
Yes,
the
like
whole
the
time.
hyperloop. Yeah.
Zuckerberg is just like looking at this stream with a button that just says delete account.
No, he's
I
got
don't.
the
I
buttons
don't
fake
have a
too.
Facebook account, so
He's just angrily
can't
staring at
delete
us as he
me.
licks his eyes to wet them.
Yeah, he's gotta see better, you know.
See,
everyone
you know,
with an
you know-
Oculus headset though, it's all going to stop working in Neos.
No, you just can't take them off anymore. There's no log out button.
Oh yeah, I mean, you ever play
Oh,
Boneworks?
finally.
You know, it's got the little claws. It just kind of. Now
No,
you're
you try to take it off,
you're
it just
in
like
the metaverse.
radiates your brain.
You're
Oh,
in the
it-
metaverse. Fuck you. You don't
It
get a
gets
choice.
stitched
You're
to
in
your
it.
head. Your headset is
Yeah.
now stitched to your head.
Awesome. You can be in the metaverse.
More like
Yes.
SAO.
By the way, none of us are real. We are all fake. This is all
Yes.
CGI. This is
Awesome.
all
Reality
AI.
is illusion. The universe is a hologram. Buy gold.
egg.
Egg.
Something like that.
Good. Consume
I didn't
good.
Egg.
Good.
We need eggs.
Egg.
We need
Egg?
this.
What? Egg.
This is good.
What? This whole stream now is just going to be egg.
Thank you, Sharkman.
Egg.
Very cool. This is
So
your fault.
we now know we need. Don't take my card.
I'm reading. It's mine. It's mine now.
Tiny card. So we need more. Looks like you're looking at something dirty. We need more egg and Mark. What else do we need? Eggy Mark. Oh. We don't need Eggy Mark, but we. What else do we need other than Sweet Baby Ray's?
See, the problem is if I wanted to say, oh, well, I want this thing in VR, then it's just like, well, I'll just make it then. I mean,
Yeah,
I
same.
played too much DMC5, and I'm like, oh, well, I want hack and slash
Mm.
mechanics in VR. Nobody's done it. So then I just started doing it.
Here.
That easy.
Egg.
Egg.
got disconnected.
Whoa, nice egg. There you
Alan,
shark.
your son.
Oh.
Oh, no.
We have another egg. Here, you need to put this under Alan.
I already have a daughter. Thanks.
Oh.
You
So
can
what's
have a
this
spare.
then?
I'm pretty sure.
Is this from Blitzo?
Did you just put that on my head?
I'm pretty sure if you do the test,
Wait,
I am not
hold
the
on.
father.
Hold on. Hold on. Perfect.
We have eggs now. What?
A hat. Thank you. That's much better.
There we go. Perfect. Perfect.
It catches rain. That's why it's called a 10-gallon hat.
Yeah,
Alright,
I mean, where
that-
else am I supposed to get water?
Okay, give us one that we can go off on a good tangent on. Send me another.
I
We
love
need
tangents.
we need tangential.
My Spanish is very
Oh,
very
bloof.
basic,
Bloof.
but I think the 10-gallon hat came from them saying they were like 10-gallon or like handsome. It's like, oh, it's a handsome hat. It's a good looking hat. And it's just like that stuck as 10-gallon.
Our
That's
writer
really
likes
funny.
to make
Allen.
me read like a lot. Which common VR issue would you rather have happened every hour? One of your trackers disconnects for 5 minutes, or a random object of moderate size manifests within your play space for 5 minutes?
I would
That's a good
honestly go
What's
with
question.
moderate
objects because-
size?
I would go with the objects appearing in my play space because that's just what it is normally. Because I always just tend to forget something. It's like, oh, that's a water bottle.
Of moderate size. So is that like, if I were to guess,
Is it bigger than a bread box?
probably that's the small. I mean, moderate
About the
would
size of a
probably
chair.
be
or
my
a
dog.
cat
My
or
dog
a
does this.
person.
All right.
Yeah.
Can the
My dog
object
already does
manifest
this.
inside me? Because that would
Yes.
be a problem.
Yes.
Is this more eggs?
Manifesting
like-
inside you.
Yeah, like for example, if a couch suddenly manifests like on top of me, right in me, that's kind of like a physics problem.
Well, you ever play
You-
Gmail?
I'd be dead.
That's what
you
happens.
you would just
Exactly.
get fat.
No, it's a
I
Gmod
don't
thing. You
think
like
how that
you
works.
clip through it and you just kind of
Yeah,
violently
you just
shake
like
around until
vibrate
you clip
violently and
out.
die. You just physics die.
It's just
That would be
it's
terrible.
just it's just the source engine colliding sounds. Just
Yeah.
you just see
Not
you just see
knock
the
off
you just see the person in VR.
But yeah, if the object cannot like intercollide with you or spawn on top of you, then yeah, no, object hands down. Because I'm laying down most of the time anyway.
Yeah, just that.
Thank you.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
you
that is
for the source
exactly
engine
the
haptics.
sound. We have an object being given.
That's the sound of my PC makes. So I'm trying to load in 3 or more
It can't matter
Rexes.
and got knocked
Yeah.
off time.
The Rex measurement system. How many frames do you have? Well, I don't know. Let me check how many
At
Rexes
least
in the world.
one.
Put that behind
next
the desk,
next
just
slide,
in case I need
please.
that. Just behind the desk. Stay there. I don't need a
Next deck.
crowbar right now.
You need it.
We just
We
need to
need more
go
cowbell.
and just kill one of you. This is how the show goes. We must sacrifice one of the guests.
I could parry it.
Just built
For sure.
different.
All right.
Nice crowbar.
Okay, that can't be there. That's too loud. I'm hitting too many things.
Nah, it's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so this is a very long-winded one, but I don't know if we can go on a tangent on objects and things.
I
Just
mean,
because
I would
like,
take the tracking one for sure. Like, I already have that problem, like every time anyways, so...
but for 5 minutes,
Well, it depends how it feels that day. It's random. If I average it out, probably
you just
5
get
minutes.
sent. You just get sent off for 5
Well,
minutes. That would
Well,
suck.
sometimes it's like, your tracker just decides, hey, you know how your foot is right here? Well, what if we offset it like 2 feet this way? But it tracks perfectly.
Oh yeah,
just-
yeah,
Honestly,
yeah,
I already
yeah.
have the tracker issue because my right foot tracker, the battery's starting to go bad in it. Because they're not actual trackers. They're like old Vive ones that have reflashed to active trackers. So the battery's starting to go bad in the right one because this is an OG Vive wand.
You just
which-
like you just
then you have a free
strap
hammer
it
with
to your
it.
foot.
Actually, since the Vive wand, the sensing ring is hollow, I just interlace the shoelaces and I just leave them tied. If I want to hop into VR for full body, I just slip the shoes on.
Interesting. That's one
Nice.
way to do it. I was wondering if I could take broken controllers and then use them as just full body tracking.
Well, I did
Yeah.
have to repair the ribbon cable in my right foot one time because I tripped on it and like fell onto it.
Nice. I'm
That's
so
a
glad you managed
problem
to
in
beat
VR.
the controller did like a this number. I was like, oh no.
How did you
I
manage
popped
that?
it.
They're Vive
because
ones. They're indestructible.
I'm just built different.
Damn. stronger
When
than a
you're
Vive one.
when you
Impressive.
fall, I don't know if 5 ones were designed to fall on top of.
Oh, definitely. Like, you listen, when the Vive ones die, then you have a free hammer. Like, They're built
If
different.
I was to fall on one of my Vive ones, like my hand ones, I'd be more concerned about medical bills than the Vive wand.
If
Yeah.
I
I'm
were
pretty
to
sure I have
fall
a
on,
cracked rib.
if I were to fall on my Knuckles controller, I would probably have powder.
You don't even have to
Yeah.
fall on them. You just like grip a sword too hard.
Ooh.
You just hear a crunch in your hand.
I punched my wall and my joystick managed to like perfectly pop out of my index controllers, but it did not break. It just popped out the tap on my joystick. But the thing is, it somehow managed to fit through a hole that was smaller than it. I don't know how it flexed that much without breaking or how it flexed, but it
You
just like, whoop, yeah, just came out. I punched the wall really hard.
I kind of
and
want
it
to
was-
upgrade to Knuckles, but I've
it's
always
fine
been
now.
hearing like horror stories like that where like people
It's
just
not
grip
that
too hard and
bad.
they break.
It's
no
not
one's-
that
I don't think
bad.
people grip them
That's
that
not
hard and
very
they break.
common.
You
You do
if
want to not click on the joystick though.
Yeah, the clicking on the joystick. Well, the clicking on the joysticks has made my this joystick capacitive works. I'm doing the same thing on this hand. Capacitive broke because clicking on joystick breaks it.
I mean,
That's the
my
one thing
capacitive
about
broke because I
Vive.
yanked it out, but yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the one thing I like about Vive stuff. You can actually go on iFixit and find spare parts for it. Like a spare battery to replace this to fix the life in it is only $20.
Yeah, I think isn't Valve going to that setup too? They're doing it with their Steam Deck. I think they're going to be doing it with their VR stuff too. They might be going to iFixit to release repair
Yeah, you
stuff.
can get like new screens and whatnot. I need to
Yeah.
get new lenses. Because before I got prescription lenses for my headset, I wore glasses in it, and now there's like this teeny tiny like little rub
Scratches.
spot on one of my lenses where I'm like, I
you,
shouldn't have done that.
I
Are you
was
on the
so
OG
scared of
Vive?
that.
I'm on the Vive Pro.
Okay. I was gonna
I
say,
would-
I know at least in the OG Vive, there's a certain, I think it's Gear VR lenses that are supposed to be better that you can replace them with, supposedly.
Really?
I've never done it though. You might want to look into it. It may work on the Vive Pro as well, and they may be
Maybe.
better lenses. I don't know.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
prescription lenses that like snap on top of it, but
got
to
those
kind
too.
of to
They're
kind of
very
protect
nice.
it. But it's just the
So-
time of me using it prior with actual glasses rubbing against them is just so detrimental to them.
So we have our writer here holding his deck of cards like he's playing poker.
I have.
Oh my god, he's about to
four
draw a
that
pot
are,
of greed.
More tangential.
fuck, that card's
Granted,
banned.
they're a little bit beaters, but go
All
ahead
right.
and pick one.
One.
It's a food question again. Damn it.
If it's a food question, I am going to bite you.
I don't think any of them are food questions.
They're all
One of
food
them
questions.
is a food question.
They're all food questions if you eat the cards
If I pick
afterwards.
if I pick
yo,
if
good
I
point.
pick the if I pick the drink question, I swear to God.
He picked the drink question.
Motherfucker!
Come.
If your character was a mixed drink, what would it be and what are the contents?
I would
Hmm.
say a hurricane.
What would that drink consist of?
It's like it has like 1 part light rum, 1 part dark rum, and like a mix of other fruits in it because gay bird.
Tark, what would yours be?
Absinthe
That's not a mix.
It's not a mix.
with amaretto.
That
Okay.
what? That I don't know what that would
Absinthe with
taste
amaretto.
like.
Well,
It's
it's,
like-
not
it's a-
liquor.
it's
It's,
a-
a very strong, sweet
I
liquor.
know the amaretto, but what would like absinthe mixed with amaretto taste like?
Oh, it's
I'm-
basically like Jägermeister mixed with amaretto.
I've never had that either.
What kind of absinthe? Like the post-ban
90%.
absinthe or the pre-ban absinthe? Because
They
like,
fixed- they
Obviously,
fixed the-
obviously before the ban, because the one after
Pre-absinthe
the
would be
ban
like
is not
hallucinogenic.
absinthe.
It's
no,
like
they
That's the
absinthe, like,
proper
here's what-
absinthe, yes.
yeah.
they've lifted that ban on that.
the hallucinogenic one.
Yeah,
You know what?
Pre-ban absinthe wasn't actually hallucinogenic. It just contained the hallucinogen. You would have to drink yourself to death before you got hallucinations from it. Like it's too small
Yeah, proper
content.
one, yeah.
Like,
proper
proper
one,
absinthe.
so it's bad, right.
I've been told mushrooms are banned because of the cytosine, but you can buy mushroom grow kits and that's just a-okay because it's
Yeah.
the spore, not the actual mushroom.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's a weird thing about
you-
possession, yeah.
yeah,
okay.
it's the in absinthe. The way to test if it's a real proper absinthe or not proper absinthe is the color usually, and how it reacts with water. Those are the two ways to tell if you have real absinthe. If your absinthe is green, it is fake. If
it
any
doesn't-
absinthe any absinthe that's green is fake.
Do you
Has
know
to be
where
like this
proofing came
olive-
from?
What?
Do you know where proofing came from? Where it says like 90 proof, 110 proof, stuff like that.
People wanting to inflate.
Bulletproof.
So back in the day, pirates did not have like magic scientific equipment to see how good alcohol is. They had what at their disposal: gunpowder and either their grog or rum. So what they would do is they would pour the rum on top of the gunpowder, on top of a pile of gunpowder, and try to light it. If it did not burn, that was not proof. That was not considered alcohol.
Mhm.
It's like, this is bad product. We want actual rum. If it was actual rum, it would have burned.
Interesting. History. Alan with history. I'm going into absinthe again. The second thing on how you get absinthe to know is if it clouds. You add water, it has to cloud. And you're
Yeah.
not supposed to drink absinthe without clouding it first. Don't drink it straight out of the bottle. You're supposed
put
to you're supposed to put water in it because it releases the oils within the absinthe. That's why it clouds.
I've been told the same thing about whiskey. You gotta add some like either rocks or water
Yeah.
to whiskey in order to get it to like. There's a certain
Bloom.
like process that happens with it to get it to like taste better.
I haven't had that with whiskey and scotch. I usually have it neat. So Anyhow, now we've gone on that. Frank, what would yours be? Your mixed
I
drink.
don't drink, but if I did, as I understand it, a pina colada is coconut and pineapple. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an alcoholic mixed drink. It could be
Any mixed-
kamikaze of sodas.
Water.
Understandable.
It's a 4 loco with a 5-hour energy in it. It's a 9 loco. It's just
Ooh.
heartburn
Pain.
and a
Ooh.
heart attack.
Yeah, that's just death. You created death. Good job.
That I've already created my mixed drink. That would be me, and it's not something.
If we're mixing caffeine, mine is absolutely an Irish trash can with double or 4 times the alcohol content.
Oh my god.
That is, my usual night can be I down 7 of them.
Yeah. So
Yo, I like drinking water. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
Water
can't
is
can't.
quite cool.
It doesn't have flavor. I need to add Mio to water.
Well, alternatives
that
of tea
depends.
or hot chocolate or
Don't forget the fluoride
yeah.
and microplastics.
yo, technically it's a mixed drink. You know, if you just get pond
Yeah.
water,
Every
delicious.
water is a mixed drink. Like for example,
Yeah.
if you go to LA, it's
Sometimes
mostly
if you
acid.
drink pond water, you
Oh,
get
awesome.
dysentery. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Yay! You died of dysentery. And
Love dysentery. Big fan.
I love it. My favorite thing to have. So mixed drink. We're gonna end our topic of mixed drinks with what mine is, because you're all gonna hate it, and you're probably gonna think, "How am I alive?" My mixed drink is what I call. Well, actually, no. The Blue Angels called it the Chalice of Death. So we were at a con, and I was mixing my mixed drink, which is 50-50 Monster Energy and Knob Creek 9-year 120 proof. It tastes really good, but if you've ever had Four Loko, it is way worse than Four Loko because it's Knob Creek 120 proof mixed with Monster Energy. It's deadly. Monster Energy, when you mix it with alcohol, completely masks the alcohol flavor, so it just tastes like you're drinking a strong Monster. It's weird. The level of drunk you get off of it is ridiculous in the very short term. I started drinking it from one end of my hotel room and took a couple sips. By the end, I was at the other end of the hotel room. I was completely blasted, almost blackout drunk as I was walking across. It was just like I just did a butt chug of it. That is my mixed drink, the Chalice of Death. Given
Do you really
to
like eating food that has the word death in it? I'm a little worried. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest. That's the second
well,
one.
I didn't call it the Chalice of Death. It wasn't my choice.
Yeah, but
Literally,
you still-
the
still
ground
drank it, though.
crew, the
You
ground
still
crew
drank
of
it.
Blue
We're not here
Angels.
for a long time. We're here for a good time.
Live fast, die young, leave a pretty corpse.
Aren't you a demon or something?
Maybe. Doesn't mean we can't die.
Do
could
you
be
die and
arranged.
just come back? Like right where you
I-
were?
Demons can't come back. No soul.
So you just die.
Try
Yep,
not
that's
dying.
it.
So don't
It's
die.
a good first step.
Yes, don't die. That's how do you live life? Don't die.
Exactly.
So super hell
That's-
isn't real.
Fuck, you can't go to
I don't
Mega
think so.
Hell.
Damn.
I don't have a
Is there a
Costco
Mega
card,
Hell?
so
Oh, damn it.
I thought the layers of hell would have worked
I
like,
mean,
you know,
not
like you
damage.
die in the first level and you get to the second level, the second level, you get to the third level, like you just keep dying. It's
I
like
think it's
9
more like
lives.
filing
you
cabinets.
just it's basically just trying to reach back and re-roll. So it's just like, you know,
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
offer
yeah.
yourself to get to a different ring.
Yeah, but it
You
gets
gotta
like
find out where your build's the most effective, you know?
yeah, well, it's like increasing your difficulty level every time too. Like as more you go,
shit.
the deeper you go, your
Oh
difficulty
shit,
level
New Game
increases.
Plus.
Do you
we
start on
get-
like
can we
Dark Souls
get
New
a,
Game Plus, like 5, or what do you start at? I don't know.
Can we
I
get
think-
like
What's the scale?
a hell speed run any percent?
Hmm.
I can probably finish that in
What's the
about
win
30
condition?
seconds. Win condition of a hell speed run is probably get to the lowest level of hell.
But what happens if you die
I'm-
there? You go back. You just respawn there.
You beat the game.
Oh,
Off
nice.
topic,
You exit the
but
game.
Awesome.
I've heard discussion. I'm not sure how true this is. This might be a meme, but I've heard that you can't actually do a glitchless speed run of Fallout New Vegas just because of how bad the engine is. It's
That
just
makes sense.
impossible to do a glitchless
Okay,
speed
but
run.
counterpoint, can you do it with any Bethesda game? Let's be real here.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you
I don't
can't do
think so.
any. Like Skyrim with the horses. I love just using the horses to climb cliffs.
When you try to
First
do a
gotta do a
glitches
loop-de-loop.
speed run of Skyrim, but literally the opening glitches out.
Oh, just it's spinning.
Yes.
I love that.
There is actually speedruns of Skyrim where you're not allowed to pick up Meridia's beacon. If you pick up Meridia's beacon, you have to start over.
Another
Your
hand has
hand
touched the
touches
beacon. I want to mod Skyrim now to do a modded speedrun where you just actually get your head cut off at the start.
Nice. Yo,
Just-
cutscene speedrun percentage.
The
You gotta up that frame rate.
the cutscene just goes just boop. There you go. End of game. Credits roll.
The fucking credit scroll. Nice.
Uh,
really
like
nice words.
And then at the end of the credits, you just
really
hear
likes that.
Todd
does.
Howard say, "Who's
What?
Can we
laughing
like
now?"
call someone? Do you have like a phone?
Your head cuts. Your
Is there
head
a phone
cuts.
here?
All right.
Your head cuts off, and you
The
just end
phone.
up back in the cart in limbo.
The final question of the night was
Skyrim
picked
is
by
limbo.
another member of the staff that went through and read each of my questions.
okay.
Also, don't forget to plug the Discord.
I will. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. We will plug it. As I have a.
I just love how you had the camera's perspective pointing at the background, and he's in the default headset, so when he talks, it just lights up.
All right. Yes, lag reasons. Okay, so we've got our final question that we need to go through. You get a time machine and can modify one invention. What invention would you reinvent and make worse to inconvenience humanity for short or long period of time?
For me, it would have to be Hero's Engine. Like, that was the very first Steam engine. If we were able to set back the industrial, how we get the industrial age, 500 years, that would set back humanity forever if we prevent industrialization.
You can just make it steampunk.
Yo, I love steampunk. Awesome. Well, no, we gotta go like diesel punk so we can start playing Factorio. But it's
Yeah, I mean,
another topic.
Yeah. Well, Shark,
I
what
guess
would
we're
you
kind of
do?
already doing that.
What would you?
I
What would you?
mean,
Ki-
you've already seen it. Why do you think the Virtual Boy failed?
Oh damn.
Oh, you were gonna. Oh, you already went back in time.
I already did it.
You already
I already
did
did
it.
my
Fuck.
part.
Oh man, I mean,
Thanks
it
for doing
stopped
your
us
part.
from. It really inconvenienced us from getting to this point. Why would you do
Yeah.
that? Why do you hate us?
Imagine if the Virtual Boy succeeded. Everything here would be owned by Nintendo. Do you want that?
Good point.
I mean, I think no, I wouldn't be like
That's a
that.
copyright claim.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be like that because it would. I think we would be further along in VR, but Nintendo would have its own VR. But we'd be further along as there other game developers and stuff, and any other hardware would probably have already had a VR development of the time. So I think we wouldn't be where we are. We would be further than we are.
Nah, everything's owned by Nintendo, and we're all voiced by Chris Pratt.
No, he does
Yeah.
have a point because Nintendo does kind of fall behind on tech usually, every single time,
Well,
always.
Actually, Nintendo actually had to. They fought for the word gaming console to be public, not to be more used in the public, because if
That's
more
true,
people
yeah.
kept calling stuff Nintendo,
The
the word Nintendo would have to be made public domain, so everybody could call their product a Nintendo gaming
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, it's just
Love
like
the
how
Nintendo.
Google does not want you to say Google as in
Let me
a
Google
verb.
that.
I googled that. They do not want that.
Just try to stop me.
Yeah, they.
You'll never
so
succeed.
if Virtual Boy did succeed, I think Nintendo would be Quest.
Yeah.
I think it would have a lower end, all-in-one headset device going to the affordable market and the mass market.
I mean,
Nintendo-
yeah, looking at the cardboard.
Arguably, I think Nintendo making the Quest would have been better for humanity. You have ruined humanity.
Better than Facebook? Yeah, for sure. But I mean,
I
counterpoint.
mean, blame
okay.
Frank.
What did I do?
What did he do? Did he build the time
Encourage
machine?
me? Of course, he's a doctor.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, listen. I'm not responsible for the actions of people around me, all right? just because I give you advice and then you follow it. I tell you that so I can see your mistakes so I don't have to make them. That's why I do it. That's my secret.
Back in the day, you would have been the guy to say, "Hey, can you eat that berry for me?" And when they kill him, you'd be like, "Don't eat that one."
Okay, so let's document this plan. Don't eat.
Do
Got
you hire people to clean out your fridge for you? Like, you just feed them things from your fridge and see if they get
Oh,
sick
no,
or die from it?
Maybe I should, but yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll start doing that.
All of a sudden, they get the
Anyways,
FEV
I'm having a
virus and turn
potluck
into
this weekend.
supermutant.
Actually, does anybody want to come? I've got the food taken care of already.
I think we'll be all
Unrelated
set.
to what we just talked about.
I don't think we're gonna go to that potluck.
Oh, all right.
We're
Maybe
back
next
to
time.
food again. That's a
God
good
damn it.
run.
Food.
How do we manage? How do we manage this?
You
I
manage this.
I think
It's my fault.
we're all hungry.
Yes.
I wasn't.
so-
I ate right before I got here, and you people did this to me. Now I'm hungry again.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I kind of want
This
to
is
order
how we make
pizza.
people fat.
Yeah,
Hey, never trust a skinny chef.
that is fair.
So don't trust Gordon Ramsay?
No,
Exactly.
No.
he actually lost it to a food competition to a prisoner.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
And then when that prisoner got out, he hired him at one of his restaurants.
Nice.
Well, at least prisoner got employed. I mean, that's yeah. It's
It's a lot
it's
better
a,
than
it's a
being
positive
resentful.
outcome.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Frank, apparently you make time machines and have already led. You've already led to. Okay, you allegedly make time machines, which is
Allegedly, yeah.
allegedly has already led
assisted
to
people.
the downfall of humanity.
Yeah.
What would you? What would you
Well,
or have you already done with your time
to-
machine?
To compensate for my crimes, I'm going to piggyback off of Shark, and I'm sorry for stealing your bit. But have you seen Meta? They sure aren't doing so hot, are they?
Oh,
Making
you
a
did
lot of
that.
bad calls.
You are the financial advisor to Mark
course.
Zuckerberg.
Of course.
Did you sell him on the Sweet Baby Rays?
We're not allowed to talk about that anymore because that's food related. I'm sorry, so I can't answer your question.
But it's Mark
Just how it is.
Zuckerberg.
Oh
No, we're talking about hot sauce now. We're talking about fucking barbecue sauce. Can't do that. That's food related. We're gonna be hungrier.
Okay. Maybe it's my fault. My fault that we're going to food, but
Ooh, we could talk about death again. You like that?
I do
We
like
do like
death.
that.
Death is
Yeah.
fun. I mean,
we just need a board like behind the scenes with like tally marks. Has this
Yeah,
person
yeah,
talked about food? Click, 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 click.
We
just to see.
definitely should have started that from the start. Maybe next time have a food counter.
the edit of this needs to have a little counter in the corner of every time it gets
Yeah,
back
yeah.
to food.
Yes. Yes.
That'd be awesome. I'd love that.
Yeah. So you are responsible for Meta. Are you responsible for the downfall of Meta, or are you responsible for Meta even be existing and ruining people's lives?
Oh, absolutely the downfall. I would never have
You are-
wished Meta on anyone.
So you are a superhero then,
I'm-
freeing everyone from the clutches.
If
of
we
Zuck.
ignore everything else I've done, then yes.
That question,
Meta and Facebook are such an evil company. Have you heard what they've been doing to people?
They are kind of like
I
comically
actually
evil.
haven't.
They've
is this
actually
gonna-
been.
Is this
they've
gonna
actually
be
been-
like bad for our stuff, or is it gonna be like good? How bad is
They've
this?
actually been feeding people like they've like messing with
Don't-
people's
don't say it.
algorithms to get
Okay.
like more negative stuff to see if they would make those people depressed, and they have.
I
They
mean, I
started
feel like you
posting
don't need to do the
social
science to
content.
find that out.
It's social engineering, is what
Yes.
Facebook is. Like, the thing with social media, and then we're gonna get. I'm gonna try to keep out of politics, but at least social media, as concerned, I think social media is a great way to change people's looks on everything.
If you
It's
think
just-
everyone around you thinks the same
if
thing,
you let me put on my
then,
Del
well,
Gribble mask for a second, have you seen the differences in Chinese TikTok and American TikTok?
I have not, but I can imagine.
So American TikTok, you get just some people lip sync to a song, dancing in a mirror or whatnot. Chinese TikTok, they're doing like engineering stuff, like stuff you would see like at like high school STEM fields and whatnot. That's what gets pro to the top of the pages and whatnot. That's like the the CCP approved content. American TikTok is just so there's the food tally. The American TikTok is just so dumbed down compared to the Chinese one.
TikTok was originally a karaoke thing. It was supposed to be songs and karaoke,
Musically,
and
yeah.
and it turned into what it is. It turned into Vine 2.0.
I mean, isn't its logo still a note? Or am I
Yeah.
wrong?
It's basically Vine, but worse.
They're also the thing
Vine?
about them being a Chinese-owned company is that they do not respect copyright law at all.
Well, yeah.
I mean, does anyone?
and data
copyright law-
collection.
I mean,
kinda sucks.
YouTube. If you have like even the smallest snippet of songs, they like cut your ad revenue. It's like nope.
Ooh, it's even better when they do it when you're actually not using the song
There's
and somebody
actually-
just takes
Yep.
your money.
There's actually things where cops have been playing like copyrighted songs when they get confronted by people saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" They play the copyrighted song, so the videos get taken off YouTube,
Nice.
or their streams get cut down because
That's
they're playing
that's
copyrighted music.
Meta strategy right there. That's really good.
Meta.
I can't say the meta word anymore. Fuck.
No, you
they took away my
can't.
meta privileges. I can't say
Yeah,
it
you
anymore.
can't say meta. Meta
Is
is a
it-
curse word.
is
It will
meta
get
a
us
slur?
banned.
We won't get us
In the
banned,
context
but
of
we'll
VR
just-
users, is it a slur? I don't know. I would say
Meta
maybe.
is a Meta and
if we-
Facebook
if we-
is a slur.
If we keep talking bad about Meta, we'll just lose our legs.
No, it's
Oh
okay.
no. Oh
You know
no,
what
I
I
like my legs.
You know what I still don't understand? Like
What?
this 400 IQ move Facebook did of making a new company and calling themselves Meta. It's kind of as if Jeffrey Dahmer went and just renamed himself, as if that changed everything about Jeffrey Dahmer, who, by the way, has a new show. By the way,
Yeah. Like, and what's great about Meta rebranding themselves as Meta is that another company was already called Meta,
yeah.
and they got in trouble, but because Facebook has so much money that they just kind of squashed them.
Don't forget the sheer amount of
love that.
lawyers they have.
They said, here's your small company called Meta. No, I want that. Mm.
That is kind of how it goes, isn't it? I like that. I'm a big fan. Big fan of
It's
that.
just it's
You a
just
big
the
fan of
bo-
money?
A big
it's
fan
just-
of corporations doing whatever they want because they have money.
I mean,
It's
money just makes you do anything. Lets you do
That's just
anything.
that's just the boomer mentality of give me that, it's mine.
Well, it's also the Zuck
It's
who
the
has,
CEO
who thinks he has
grindset, as it were.
who has an idea and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's the Zuck who's just like, I have this. This is mine now. I made this. This is mine. He just buys
Oh,
it and
thank
says
you,
he made it.
engineering team. I made
I mean,
this.
we
You
know
made
he
this?
does own the
Oh,
world.
I
He is a
made
lizard
this.
person.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, he is an alien.
Yeah.
He came down. He just like, I've seen like things from
Have you
Zuck.
noticed how his like meta avatar looks more human than he does?
It does.
It kind of does, and that's saying something because the meta avatars don't look human.
They
I think
they
it's-
look
I
like
They
a
think it
look
has-
like puppets at
They
best.
look like a PlayStation 2 game.
They kind of
No,
do.
It
They-
looks
they
like the
look-
Have you seen
PlayStation
PlayStation 2
lobby.
games? They were stylized. They
It
look
does.
okay. It looks like the Miiverse.
No,
Even
I was
then,
gonna
those were
say,
a little
I
more
was gonna say-
stylized.
Miiverse
I
is
would-
better though.
Miiverse
I
is more
was-
stylized, yeah.
I was gonna go with like the Xbox 360 avatars. You know, the ones that
Actually,
you
no,
probably
you
haven't
have a
touched it
point.
forever and are still forever asleep.
Yeah, I love corporate art that is like it's simplified, but there's
Oh,
it's
gosh.
basically like PS2 games if they removed all of the stylization and soul in it entirely.
That's the
That's
thing
what
I
you'd be
hate
left
about.
with, I think.
That's the thing I hate about modern like graphics design and whatnot. It's always 2D, it's always flat, and it's always minimalistic. Like look at
it's
Patreon's
not
logo. Like
stylized
look at
either.
the Patreon logo on the top of my head. It used to have a little bit of flair to it. Now it's just a circle and a line. Oh, I'm a little bit too tall. Sorry, cat.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but it's recognizable at a bigger distance or something, I guess.
Oh god, but it has no soul. That's like you go to a
Exactly.
city. That's like you go to a city and all the guardrails are just, or like all the like pedestrian guardrails are just flat poles. They have no like architecture to them. Like look at like cities that like lack of gargoyles. That was
Ooh,
a big thing.
do you
Back
like
in the
the
day, all the
anti-homeless
buildings had
architecture?
gargoyle. Oh god,
Oh,
the
the
anti-homeless
anti-
architecture.
the spite architecture. They
those.
just go against the homeless. They're just like things
We're
that
gonna
yes.
solve homelessness by just
Getting them out of
abusing
our city.
them.
go over there. Go in the
Hey,
woods.
you know how we fucked you over? What if we did that, but like more?
What if we just made it so anything is just like just get out of our town?
That's what the Soviets did back when they hosted the Olympics. Is they took all the homeless, put them on buses, and just dropped them outside Moscow. It's like you can't come back for a few weeks. Bye.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Just
now talking
don't
talking
come
about
back, or we'll
homeless.
put you in jail.
At least my state, I forgot which town it is, but one of the towns is actually setting up homeless like little houses for the winter
Oh, that's really nice.
to be
I love
for
those. I've seen them.
so like they're little like modular home things. They're like
Yeah.
very tiny, like one room, but they're setting it up for the winter because
It's a hell of a lot better than having nothing.
the homeless shelters are full because economy, yay! So the homeless shelters are full, and there's a lot of homeless that are still without shelter. And where I live in the north, it's going to get like negative 20 something degrees outside, so they need to
Yeah.
be somewhere that's warm, or they're going to die. So
Yeah.
there's they set up like these homeless like apartments basically that they can just go and occupy and have a little home for the winter.
Oh, what are those
Which-
called? Hoover Towns.
It's kind of like a Hoover town, but it's like actual like little prefab houses. It's like actual hard walls and like actual like little living
Are
areas.
they mobile? I don't recall.
They're not.
I would
They're not
imagine
really
they're a
mobile.
little bit mobile.
They're
Or at
like
least I guess you could lift them up if they're small enough.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
you can
very
lift them
light.
up.
They're very little. Like they're like this room here is like just the stage area would be larger than the
Yeah.
house. It's literally like
Stage
a
area is
bed.
pretty big, honestly.
It is like a bed.
I'd love a house that big.
And like a couple little things. I don't think it even has any washroom. I think they might just be using porta potties or something. But it's just like little thin walls, like little modular home walls, and just
Yeah.
set up, which is something
I
that
mean,
we
if it's
should
insulated
do.
and it
Yeah.
like can retain heat and like has an area to cook things in some capacity, or there's like a communal
Yeah,
like,
communal area,
camping
like to
area
help
where
you.
can cook
Yeah,
or
to
something.
help you survive,
Basically, if you
Yeah.
have all four essentials, that's a
Yeah.
pretty good shelter if it's remotely insulated.
Yeah, so if they're all like packed against each other, so I really hope they don't have a fire. But
Dude,
like,
yeah. Maybe they
uh,
thought of that. Maybe not with the construction
hopefully
materials.
they thought of that because a good cheap heat is burning random stuff, and
Yeah.
that happens. We've had homeless back in one of the towns I used to live in, old mill buildings. If you know the old mill towns, like textile mills, we had an old mill building, and I was in high school at the time, and one of them was unoccupied, and it just burned inside out, just burned down because of a homeless fire. They just had something set up, the homeless fire burned the entire like mill down. It was just bricks left because all the insides burned out of it. Just sad, but homeless people sometimes burn
Probably
things.
didn't have a lot of a choice there. I can't imagine they would have.
No, they just kind of broke into the house. They broke into the mill building, which is a
Again,
decent sized
no one,
place.
There's no one living in there, is there?
No,
I can't imagine
It-
there was. Yeah.
it was just an abandoned mill
If it's
building.
abandoned, then like that seems entirely fair.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
were
the
in
city
there.
at any point could have been, hey, we have a lot of homeless people. We have an abandoned building. What
It's
if
a
we
city,
spent
as we were just
a
talking
very
about.
small amount of money and like fixed it up a little
Refurbished.
bit? Yeah, couldn't be that hard. You already have the building.
Yeah.
You already have the people that are going to live in it.
Yeah, but it's a city, so
Yeah, it's. I mean,
I
it's
was terrified one of you was going to say that the issue with homeless people is that they spontaneously combust.
I mean,
homeless
that
people-
does happen occasionally
I feel
with
like
people
we're
who
muted this
can
entire
do
time.
that.
Yeah.
The problem, it's never that easy
You're
because a
on the
lot
wrong mic, I
of
think.
like. Huh?
Your mic just switched. I think you're on the wrong
Yeah,
one.
because
Yeah.
my headset disconnected and my audio drivers from my headset crashed. But the
Alright.
problem is with like a lot of government funded homeless shelters and fixes is it requires sobriety. And when that is a goal of it, it's you cannot house a lot of people because they just want to be sober.
yeah, it's true. Addiction is a problem, especially in the
Yeah.
homeless community.
Man, if only there
Sometimes
was some sort of way to like get people to go to, I don't know, say free rehab centers to like, because I'm sure a lot of people addicted to things don't want to be.
Maine, again, my state, Maine, we have things for that too. Like people who are having substance issues like fentanyl and other stuff. They have places to go that you can go and get free rehab and the free like counter drugs. Really, the rehab drugs. You can just go there, no questions asked, and get it, and just which is good. More states should be doing that. Like
I think they should also
Yay,
have some sort of
Maine.
program to help people wean themselves off of it, because I
Yeah.
had to wean myself off of an anti-anxiety med recently. I
Ooh.
literally only took it for a week and I was addicted to it.
that sucks.
And yeah, that was fun. It took me 4 months and it was
Ugh.
one of the hardest things I've had to do in a long time. And this was only an anti-anxiety med. If it was, say, opioids that I was prescribed for, say, a surgery that I had to have or something like that, I can only imagine.
You just
I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own. I would have had to have someone help me.
another problem with addiction is a lot of people don't ask for help. Like
Yeah,
they're
it's
getting,
hard
they're
to
like,
ask
I
for
got
help.
this, I got this, I'm
I
good.
I
And
probably
then,
should have asked for help, and I didn't.
yeah,
I had the
like,
means to too, and I still didn't. Probably
if you
should
don't
have.
feel like you need it,
Yeah.
and then you have to, someone has to be like on top of you, going, you need help, and just
Yeah.
shake you.
Sometimes
Don't
that is
forget,
what it takes.
Remember, America, we had congressional meetings telling us that nicotine was not addictive. Opioids are not addictive.
Yay! Well,
Did we actually?
Addiction
Yes,
is
we
not
did.
addictive.
A lot
yeah,
of
it's
times-
business.
Tobacco boards went on and had a congressional hearing, and they all testified that nicotine was non-addictive.
What? When would companies lie to us? When would the government lie to us?
Why
How
would
could
they
they?
lie? I
How
don't know.
possible?
Money, 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 money.
That's crazy. That would
Yeah, I
never happen
know.
though. I'm sure.
Thanks, funding.
But we are just about at our limit here. We let's just say we've got a Discord now. If you're in the chat, we have been. I saw the link there in the chat already to get to our new Discord server for Contacts Plus. Please go there. Please follow us. We also have a YouTube channel, which we will also provide the link for you for edited VODs and similar. Just if in the edited version of this, we'll probably just put it, links in the edit so we can show where to get this content from. I want to thank the guests for showing up here. Alan is definitely dying.
A little.
Yeah.
A little bit. He's dying. We do. Now that you guys have been on the show, you may also suggest to us or call out people to be on the show. You can mention their name on the show. If you want them to be thoroughly embarrassed, you can even tell us exactly what to ask them, and we will. If you really want to embarrass your friends on the show, then we can do that. So if you want to say it now before we close out, who would you think would be either willing or needs to be bound and gagged and dragged on stage?
Gaines.
You want Geens.
Needs to be pretty funny.
Geens.
Who, by the way, textured this.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you
we
forgot
can
to
get
show for
Geens.
that.
So we will see if we can get Geens. We will try. We will poke in Discord. Please, guests, you can also join our Discord, and if you do, we'll give you special roles to say that you've been on the show, so you can always suggest more people, or you can come back at any point if you wish to be subject to that guy's writing. Yes, that guy's writing. We will be in contact after this. We have to end so we don't take up everyone's time all night. Alan needs to do headset rebattery, probably.
Well, yeah.
So
IK is one broken
he is,
bitch.
he is very dead.
Are
So
we waving? Let me-
yes, we're gonna
Big
wave.
wave.
Thank you all for watching. Please follow us on Twitch. The more follows we get, the more that we can do this. So yes, thank you all for watching. Have a good night.